Hey guys, it's me again. I can't believe it's been a month since I moved. It's the 3rd of August today, which means I've been here for about a month and a day. And it's gone by so quickly. Like, I don't even know where the weeks have passed. This is the final leg of the moving to Mexico vlog. That does not mean that I'm done vlogging or anything. This is just the beginning of my now everyday vlogs in my new life here in Mexico City. So from now on, I'll be posting more like Mexico content and vlogs, so don't worry. But I thought for this final episode that I give you guys a little inside scoop of my brain and everything that I was thinking, feeling, emotions, everything like that along this journey of moving, which is the final part of this vlog. But before I let you guys know everything that I think and feel and emotions, let's roll the first part of this vlog. I slept on the couch with towels because I don't have a bed and I don't have sheets and I don't have anything. Today is the day I moved. So I'm gonna get up. We're gonna get ready for the day. It's so funny to me that I slept on the couch with nothing but towels. Like, I had the worst sleep ever. Like, zero sleep, going on to a 24-hour travel journey. But looking back at it, it's definitely like a core memory now because like I've never like slept on a couch like having nothing but towels, no pillows, no duvets, no nothing, just towels. Like, I had everything lined up and folded like a kid going to school for the first day. I was like feeling all the emotions, like excited but also really nervous. I think I was more so like not worried, but I was not looking forward to the 24-hour travel that I was embarking on. Alright, we are dressed. I gotta put on my compression socks. These are literally the absolute worst to put on, especially when you have long nails. I already lost one. How the fuck am I supposed to get this on? I'm gonna start sweating. Perfect, we got one. I just need to get the other one. I also kind of need to tape my knee. I have a knee injury in this one, and every time I sit for too long, it really hurts. But I don't know how to tape the knee, so I need to Google that really quickly. So first of all, I can already smell the comments. Oh, you have a master's in physical education and you don't know how to tape a knee. No, Oscar. We didn't cover that in the curriculum. That's something that you kind of have to like learn on your own. But we live and we learn, and now I know how to tape a knee. And I think if any of my students got injured and I needed to tape something, I probably would have been able to, but I've never done it before. I just watched a YouTube video on how to tape the knee. We're gonna give it an attempt. I think maybe I cut them too short, but we'll see. Is it better? I don't know. Fashion. I feel like I did it wrong. Maybe I should do it again. Some longer strips. Yeah, I should probably do it again. Let's do a little rewind on that one. Okay, computer. Let's try that again. I don't know if this is giving enough support though. Like, do we think so? Is this a good taping? Let me sit. Maybe I should have another one just right here because this is usually the spot I'm really struggling. Nora is coming in 20 minutes. She's gonna braid my hair so that I don't have to travel with loose hair. And then we're gonna go to a cafe. And then she's gonna drive me to the airport. Kind of tight, but at least I taped it now. Someone's ready for a 24-hour travel. And let me just say, taping the knee really helped me along the way because like when I finally arrived, I had no pain whatsoever, and I know that if I didn't tape my knee, I'd probably be in a lot of pain. Before she gets here, I need to clean this place. Let's do that. Let me throw everything away. Hello.
Hello, darling. Where can I park here?
Okay, I'm coming down.
Yes, yes.
Okay, bye-bye. Closing the door forever. Nora has become such a huge and important part of my life. We started to get to know each other from my previous job as a piercer, that I became like the manager, the national manager and everything. So, you know, at one point I was her boss, quote unquote. I've always had like huge respect for her. She's like the same age as my mom. How I grew up is that you have to have respect for your elders in a way. Hello. When I started piercing, I'm a person that when I get into a field of work, I want to know everything about that. So I was also interested in learning how to tattoo, and she kind of like took me under the wing and like taught me how to tattoo. So like she was my mentor, and we also had like this bond of like, she's almost like a mom to me, but also like a really good friend. And it's so nice to have someone that's like so comforting and warm and loving. Just have that relationship in my life is just so like, I really value that. Looking back at it, editing this vlog and just talking about her like makes me really miss her. I didn't really realize like how much she meant to me before like moving away. Like I've always really appreciated her. I think definitely now talking to her on the phone, like knowing what she's up to and everything is definitely like a bittersweet feeling, because I want to be there and I want to like be around her. She's the one that like encouraged me to take the leap of faith and like go to Mexico and like explore this little summer crush I had going on. I remember like I got home from vacation last year from Toronto, and I told her about like this summer crush that I had, and that he was moving to Mexico and like probably over and like whatever. And she was like, no, you should go to Mexico, you should like visit him, you should like see if there's anything there, you should go. Like she was really like pushing me to take that leap of faith and like go there. And if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have moved to Mexico and I wouldn't be in a relationship with my now current boyfriend. So I really have a lot to thank this woman, and she's teaching me a lot. Like every day that goes by, she teaches me to live life to the fullest every day and like take every chance that I get. I love that about her. If it wasn't for her, I probably wouldn't have moved out of Norway. I mean, I've always wanted to move out of Norway, but I don't think I would have moved that quickly. I'm in Amsterdam right now, waiting for the second last flight to Mexico City, which is gonna be 12 hours. I'm gonna be in the middle seat for 12 hours, and then it's La Paz. I got some koopwaffel and I got some Norwegian chocolate. I'm already so tired, and I'm gonna be at 12 hours. Mexico flight. We'd now like to invite passengers to board. Already boarding. The weirdest thing happened, as you guys heard. I was mentally prepared to sit for 12 hours straight, having the middle seat, and I boarded the plane. I had my stuff, I put it in the overhead bin, I put my iPad and stuff in the little pouch that's in front of me, and I had my snacks ready. I was like seated, ready for everyone to like finish boarding, and all of a sudden this flight attendant comes up to me and she's like, Victoria Andreessen? And I'm like, yes. And she's like, you've been assigned a new seat. And I'm like, okay. And she like shows me like my new boarding pass, and it says 18A, and in my mind I'm like, A, that means window seat. And I just asked her like, why am I being moved? Like, that's really weird. And she was just like, oh no, it's closer to the front, it's closer to the exit. And I was like, okay, like I'm not complaining, but some god, the universe or something was with me that day. So I packed all my stuff, I got everything out of the overhead bin, I got all my snacks and everything, and I moved my seat to the window seat. Anyways, you think getting a window seat is automatically making you have good sleep and a good trip, but no. I did not sleep for a minute on that 11-12 hour flight. The girl sitting beside me, I was very like crunched up to the window like this, because I'm like, I don't want to take up more space than I need to, and I always feel sorry for the person in the middle seat, but she was like literally like my size, so not a big girl at all, and she was literally like hand spreading and like taking up so much space, and I was literally like this the entire time. And also the turbulence was really bad, so I was like nauseous and like I couldn't sleep because obviously there was so much turbulence. Since I wasn't getting any sleep on that flight, I was like, okay, let me do my little nighttime routine, like washing my face. And I know everyone says like you should not use the water on the flight because that's disgusting, but I really needed to just like wash up and do my routine, so that's what I did. Since I was reassigned my seat, all the overhead bins were occupied on my side, so I had to like put my stuff on the opposite side. Right below, there's this little girl sitting. I was doing like my nighttime routine while everyone was sleeping. It was like nighttime, so it was like pitch black on the flight, so I was like looking through my bag in the overhead bin, like trying to like put it down, and I bought stroopwafel in Amsterdam, and the whole box just like went like right on her face, and she started crying, and I felt so bad. I started getting this line, like people were waiting for me to like obviously move along and like clear the aisle, so I didn't even have time to like say sorry because she was like crying, and it was like dark and she didn't know where it was coming from, and I was already gone, and it was just like so chaotic. Anyways, I did my routine. I did some squats and some stretching, and then it's almost arrival time at the airport in Bergen. And my best friend Kiara, who also used to work for an airline company, they both told me that I needed to collect my bags and check them in again in Mexico City, because it's like the land that you are supposed to, I don't know, something. So I was standing there for like 30 minutes trying to like collect my bags until like this old guy that works at the airport comes up to me, tries to converse in Spanish, which obviously I'm still learning. So he was like looking at my boarding pass and he was like, your baggage gets shipped all the way to La Paz, like your final destination. Since we landed at 2 a.m. in Mexico City, my flight didn't go until 7 in the morning to La Paz. I had like 5 hours to kill. So I was like, perfect, I can take a nap, I can find somewhere to sleep in the airport, and then I'll be at least a little bit rested. No, it was cold. They were doing construction. It was literally bright, like hospital lights in there. I didn't get to sleep there either. And at this point, I'm going on like 24 plus hours of no sleep. Like, I'm dying. Went through like 3 securities, 2 immigrant things, like border controls, everything. And I was so drained, like mentally, but it was like such a journey. And finally, boarding started. I'm headed to La Paz and it's morning, beautiful skies. And I remember when I was checking in for the flight, it said that the whole back row of the plane was empty. So I was like, oh my god, amazing. If I can't sleep on a 12-hour flight, I can sleep on the way to La Paz. Perfect. No. This guy sits next to me and what does he do? He falls asleep literally the second we take off, and he's like all into me. Like I was not having it. Imagine like no sleep, having this guy literally hunched over me, like taking up half of my like footing space and everything. Ugh, not the greatest. When we landed, I had to go get my bags, and then the bags needed to go through like this scanning thing. And in my head, I had like envisioned everything going like perfectly smooth, and that my boyfriend would like help me with my bags and everything. But everything was inside, and when you finally like go outside to like meet people or whatever, you already done all your bags and everything. I had to like, while I was like literally sweating because it was so hot in La Paz, had to like put 3 of my like really heavy suitcases on like the conveyor belt into the scanner thing. I had my bag that had like all of my, you know, mascara, toothbrush, toothpaste, everything like that. That just like literally just like went out in the scanner, and then everything got stuck and like all over the floor. And I was so stressed. And they had like these doors going like, I just like put my bags on the little stroller thing. While I was sweating, I was warm, I was everything. I felt like I looked like shit. I felt like shit. I haven't slept. Putting it on there, and then I just see my boyfriend standing there, and I'm like, this is not the moment that I was like envisioning to happen. Like I thought it would be this magical moment of the, you know, when you're running towards each other, like but no, it was me literally being like drenched in sweat, being like, I'm so tired, and then like seeing him. But it was so weird because I felt like I literally saw him 2 weeks ago instead of like, oh, it's been 6 months. And now I've been here for a month. We've been 2 weeks in La Paz, and then we went to Mexico City, which is where I currently am. So I've been in Mexico City longer than I've been in La Paz, which is where I moved to. It's definitely been a very big change just in like scenery and people. I still feel like I'm on vacation. I think I'm just so used to always working and like grinding and being this go-getter. And now that I don't really have like a job anymore, it's kind of weird. I think that's why I feel like I'm still on vacation. But I really need to like fully acknowledge that this is my full-time job now, and I'm still getting used to like filming in public and filming while my boyfriend's here, because we are literally stuck at the hip. We are with each other 24/7. You know, I thought it would be more difficult being with someone 24/7 because it's like you're with them 24/7, but it's just very natural. Like it's very like, of course he's here, of course I'm here, of course we are together, and it's like such a natural mush of our everydays. That was my little update on how my journey to Mexico went. I hope you liked it. And definitely I'm feeling, even though it's just been a month, I'm still like adjusting to the life here, having to still tell myself like, okay, this is not a vacation, this is my life now. And I've had a lot of nights where I've had a lot of guilt, and it's kind of weird to say, but I feel kind of guilty for leaving my grandpa in Norway. I feel guilty for leaving my friends because I feel very selfish that I did it. But in a way, I also know that if I don't live my life the way I wanted to, then I'm not going to be happy. So I'm glad that I took like this leap of faith, and I'm glad that Nora forced me to jump in the ocean. That I'm here is also very like surreal, because like what the hell? well is my life. So it's definitely a lot like getting used to. And I also noticed like me being here, and it's like a huge time difference. It's like 9 hours in La Paz, and then here it's 8 hours. So I noticed like I'm kind of like slipping away from my friends because I'm not like updating them as much, or I'm not talking to them as much, because when I have the availability to talk, it's like midnight at their place in Norway. It's kind of hard to like always be on top with like sending Snapchats and stuff. Like when I'm out, I don't have my data on because Snapchat literally steals all of my freaking data. Honestly, there's like no excuse. I've also wanted to make this like postcard series where, you know, me being like, hey, I don't update you guys enough, but here's a vlog, watch it, this is what I've been doing recently. And I've been getting questions, why Mexico, why did I move, blah 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 blah. That is a complete different video because there's so many important things to say about why I moved. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this little mini series of moving to Mexico. I really appreciate every single one of you that are very supportive of me. I take it to heart, and I'm really excited to start creating vlogs of my everyday life and sharing what I'm up to. Until the next one, thank you guys for watching. Bye bye.